Okay, so here we are. The FA Cup draw is live now. The first game is Newcastle United versus Man City. What a tie that is. We recently had that in the Carabao Cup when Man City won, I think it was 5-0 on aggregate in that game. So we had Newcastle versus Man City. We have Fulham versus he's making the draw now. Fulham versus Southampton. We have Port Vale or Bristol City, and they will face Sunderland. Port Vale or Bristol City versus Sunderland. What a game Newcastle and Man City will be. Probably the best game out of the selection we have right now. We have Leeds, and they will face Norwich City. And we have Macclesfield, and they will take on Premier League side Arsenal. I mean, the luck of Arsenal this season in the Cups have been unbelievable. They faced Wigan in the FA Cup. I think it was only yesterday. But now we have Wolves. The club bottom of the Premier League now will face Liverpool. Will we see an upset in that game? We have 4 teams left, and that's including Macclesfield versus Brentford, which will be live on the Football Thrill, of course. And Wrexham will take on Chelsea. Championship versus Premier League. Liam Rosenior has only lost 2 games in charge of Chelsea, and they've been against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. And it's going to be West Ham versus either Macclesfield or Brentford. Thank you for watching this FA Cup draw right now. We will have live coverage of the match in about 45 minutes. See you then. we now have a poll in chat for who you think's going to advance in the FA Cup tonight. I'd like to see how you think this would pan out. Already got one vote. Someone said Macclesfield. Bit of an underdog story there. So just drop who you think's going to advance tonight in that poll. The stream's going to look a little bit different today from this is what it used to look like. Used to look like this, but now it's going to look like this. Bit of a different vibe going on here. I will get the FA Cup draw obviously up for you, but we will have the pitch that we normally have in the middle for you. That is also Middlesbrough Coventry that'll be on during this game, so I'll have that score there. I'll give you a couple updates in that game as well. So I am just gonna put them FA Cup draw games in. So yeah, FA Cup draw: Newcastle versus Man City, Fulham versus Southampton, Port Vale or Bristol City versus Sunderland, Leeds versus Norwich, Mansfield versus Arsenal, Wolves versus Liverpool, Wrexham versus Chelsea, West Ham versus Brentford or Macclesfield. Obviously Wolves a bit unlucky with the draw there alongside Mansfield. League 1-2 side against Premier League leaders and Champions League leaders as well. Bit unlucky, I have to say. So in chat they're asking if I play Roblox. Not really. I will just put you back on that FA Cup draw there. Okay, hello. I actually got the timings wrong. So, it doesn't kick off at 1:45. It kicks off at past. So it's already kicked off. Okay, hello. So, God, I thought it kicked off in 15 minutes, so I am nowhere near ready right now. But we will get it on as fast as we can. Okay, here we go. It's a free kick for Macclesfield already. They swing the ball in. And it's a header blazed over the crossbar. Already a chance for Macclesfield, showing their intentions for this game. They're not just going to let the Premier League side just push them around. They've already beat a Premier League side and the reigning FA Cup champions in that. In Crystal Palace. And it's a goal kick, kicked long. Met by the Brentford player's head. Now to the back line to Pinnock. Plays it long. Straight to the number 4 of Macclesfield. The keeper kicks it long. Straight to Brentford's head. It's Hickey now. Back to the keeper, Valdemarson. Inside the 18-yard box. Plays it sideways to Collins. Collins blazes it long. Only makes the Macclesfield defence, but it's an error. Now it's Furo. With a back heel towards Coyote. Coyote to Pinnock. Back to Coyote. Plays it over to Collins. Inside their own half, Brentford. They are currently doing very well in the Premier League. Can they do it in the Cup as well? Now it's Coyote. Plays out wide to Yarmulke. Now it's Collins. Inside their own half. Brentford now. Great ball towards Furo. Only met by Heathcote. And now it's with Valdemarson, the Brentford goalkeeper. Plays it to Collins, just outside their 18-yard box. Plays it out wide to Coyote, just on the halfway line. Recycles it backwards to Collins. Now it's Yarmulke. Over to Higgy. And that's a bad pass. Macclesfield are on the charge now. Plays it to the number 29. Tries to put a ball in. That's a corner for Macclesfield. Their coach applauding from the sidelines. Made the most of that mistake. And tried to take advantage. Nearly got a goal. If that cross went in, probably would have been met by the head of a Macclesfield player and it would be 1-0. But it isn't, with a beautiful interception for a goal kick. I mean a corner kick, sorry. The ball swung in. Only met by the Brentford Collins' head. And it's a throw in for Macclesfield. Keith Andrews watches on from the side. What a manager he's been, taking over from Thomas Frank, who's just been sacked from Tottenham recently. He didn't have the best of spells. There's a bit of craziness around managers now, as there is an injury here for the Macclesfield player. I mean, the manager market right now is insane. Because Sean Dyche got sacked, Thomas Frank got sacked, Xabi Alonso got sacked. Everyone's getting sacked, really. And there's rumours that Pep Guardiola's going to leave City at the end of the season. So the manager market isn't in the best form it's ever been. We're just waiting for this injury to be sorted out. I will be giving you live updates on Coventry Middlesbrough as well. And the winner of this game will face West Ham at the London Stadium. Honestly, I feel a bit bad for Macclesfield in this draw because they beat Palace. If they beat Brentford, then they're going up against another Premier League side in West Ham. The Macclesfield player's back on his feet and went to the sidelines. Looks like he's going to be okay to continue. Throw in for Macclesfield. Played over at this right side. Tries to play a 1-2, only met by Collins' head. Bit of carnage in this back line. Don't even know where the ball is. No one's really in possession, is it? It's a bit carnage at the back. But Brentford managed to keep possession. Now it's Yarmolic. On this left side now for Brentford. Donovan. Back to Collins, just outside the 18-yard box. Collins sprays it long towards Furo. It's a great ball. Met by the number 15 of Macclesfield. Now it's Yarmolic on this right side. Is fouled. The assistant referee's flag went up, but the referee didn't blow anything. Here's Coyote. There has been a bit of controversy about referees recently without VAR in the Cup, saying that they're too reliant. And multiple pundits like Wayne Rooney said that they're just not up to the level. As even when they were refereeing lower league sides, they just couldn't referee and got multiple decisions wrong without VAR. As a high press by Brentford, mistake by the keeper, it's a throw-in just on the halfway line. Yeah, the winner of this tie goes up against West Ham. Macclesfield would have had the hardest way through to the last 8 in the FA Cup if they win this game. But Furo's fighting for the ball and only gives Macclesfield a goal kick. Fantastic defending by Macclesfield. Dean Lee, the Macclesfield goalkeeper now, with a run up which expresses that he wants to kick it long, signalling over to his manager that he wants the players to move forward, and he sprays it forwards towards that left side, only met by Coyote's head, and it's a throw-in on the halfway line for Macclesfield. Lacey throws it long. Fantastic throw in that. But it is only met by Yarmolic, and it's a mistake. I love him with the shot! Absolute sitter. And he's blazing over the bar. And that's one of the best chances you're going to get all night. Horrible mistake. It was outside the box. But he should be doing better. He had way more time than he thought he had. So he just rushed it and just blazed it over that bar. God, that's a horrible watch. I think you could have put that in the bottom corner. I think if you put it anywhere, the keeper had no chance. But it's back with the Macclesfield goalkeeper, and he sprays it long once again to the right side. Now here's Mellor for Macclesfield. and Collins is fouled. That's a free kick just at the corner flag. I mean, you've got a feel for Macclesfield. They beat Crystal Palace, reigning FA Cup champions. Then they have to go up against Brentford, another Premier League side. But they do stand a chance, as Brentford have rotated the squad quite a lot though. A second choice keeper in goal. It's basically a second team. So Macclesfield do have a fighting chance. And of course Macclesfield in full strength, because they basically have to. Or they're just asking to be knocked out of the FA Cup. It's honestly amazing that they've managed to get to the last 16. Now it's with the Brentford goalkeeper Val de Marson. Gonna have to find out how to pronounce his name at half time, because I'm probably failing miserably. Valdemarson? Not even gonna try. But Collins plays it back to, let's just call him Valdemarson. So Collins plays out to the left side to Hickey. Now it's back to Collins on this left side. Plays it Yarmolic, and now it's to Valdemarson, the Brentford goalkeeper. Honestly, Macclesfield is such a well-coached side. You can see that just the way they're set up, not really allowing Brentford to do anything, but they are advancing up the pitch now as Coyote plays it to Yarmolic. He has space and time. Skins his man, puts a ball in, and it's a fantastic interception. But they still have the ball. Brentford. Amazing play by the number 45. Plays it to the number 7 of Brentford. Now it's Nelson. Back to Collins in the centre-back position. Hickey with the ball. Plays it out wide at Coyote. Honestly, fantastic organisation by Macclesfield. I'll say it again. Extraordinary, really. They're just not allowing them to do absolutely anything. And now they have possession, Macclesfield, inside their own half. Right idea for the ball, but it's just straight Nathan Collins. Plays it to Pinnock. Just walking with the ball there. There's not really much urgency in Brentford at the moment, but it is a fantastic ball to Yarmolic on this right side. Tries to get past his man, but that's fantastic defending by the number 15 of Macclesfield. Do you know what I will do? I will put the player numbers on the side there. That would probably be useful. Throw in for Macclesfield, but look like they're stalling at the moment. Not really much urgency in this game for either side. So I'm going to be honest, I think Macclesfield's want to see this through to possibly penalties. That might be their tactic, because they probably know that they don't have much of a chance of beating this team. Collins with the header. All of us scrappy in possession, just inside the Brentford half. But that is a foul against Macclesfield. Free kick for Brentford. players are surging around the referee. They don't agree with this decision, but I do, to be honest. Yeah, it's an awful challenge. Awful challenge. Yarmouth cut the ball back and he's just kicked his legs. I think that's a yellow card, but the referee has just left it out of warning. Now here's Coyote, plays it back to Valdemarson. The midfielders now of Brentford are thriving. It's played out to this right side of Coyote, back to Collins. It's with Hickey now on this left side. Plays it to Nelson. Nelson back to Collins. And now it's Hickey. Referee says no to that foul, but Brentford still have possession of the ball. All that's a dive from the Brentford player. And now Macclesfield on the counter-attack. It's the number 6 now. Outside the 18-yard box. Takes the shot! And it's just wide. That was centimetres wide from the goal. That was so nearly. 1-0 Macclesfield. Fantastic strike towards that bottom left corner. How has it not went in? It's hit the keeper's water bottle stationed. Literally 5 centimetres away from the post. Fantastic strike. He hangs his head. He feels like he's left the team down. 18 minutes in now. I play forward to Furo. Furo outside to Yarmouth. Yarmouth still. Gets a little push but he stays up. Now plays it to Goodmanson. Now it's Hickey for Brentford. Macclesfield have had 2 attempts on goal. Brentford have had 1 attempt on goal this game. Just shows, and that's a foul for Brentford. Just outside the 18-yard box. About 10 yards to the left. Just outside. The pitch markings. It's not a shooting position, but it's a fantastic crossing position. While we're waiting for this free kick to be took, I'll try and get some Brentford player numbers on. Ball swung in. Meets the Brentford player's head. It's all a bit scrappy here. Next to the pitch markings. But now it's ended up with Coyote inside their own half, Brentford. Now it's Hickey. Plays it to Coyote. Coyote with a good touch, but he does get fouled. They'll have a little foul Macclesfield, by the looks of things. I just played short. To Donovan. Donovan swings the ball in. It's a great ball, didn't meet anyone though, apart from the Macclesfield players. But now they're on the counter attack. You can see they're playing with such passion, Macclesfield. I don't know what he's done there, the Brentford player, but that's naughty. He just lay down. That's a yellow card for him. He just lay down in front of him as he was running. Clear booking. I don't even know what he's done. He's dived into the Macclesfield player. The ball's nowhere near him. In my eyes, that should be a red card, but I'm not the referee. Highest rated player in this game so far is Coyote with a 7.2. Macclesfield keeper's got a 5.6. Don't know how that's really happened because he hasn't really had an involvement. But we've had plenty of set pieces this game. Waiting for this free kick to be took still. The number 11 is standing over it for Macclesfield, which is Duffy. Ball swung in and it's only met by Valdemarson. Just with Collins. Now it's Nelson, just plays it to the keeper. He sprays it long. Straight into the stands. The distribution of these keepers, to be honest with you, has been shocking. He's got it there. He was pressured, but like, that's into the car park, not the stands. Tries a little scorpion to try and get it away. Miserably failed by Donovan. Still have possession. As Macclesfield have it now. Horrendous play there. As a throw in for Brentford. I mean, while we're waiting for this throw-in to be thrown, the Macclesfield fans are erupting in disgust how long it's taken for this Brentford player. But on the topic of managers, Igor Tudor is now the Spurs manager. I mean, you just think, like, you don't really see the thinking behind these managerial decisions. You go from Keith Andrews to Igor Tudor. And then for Forest, you go from, well, Nuno Espirito Santo to Sean Dyche. And Sean Dyche is known for keeping clubs up. Like, Everton like a 12-point deduction at one point and managed to keep them in the Premier League. Sacked him. And now they've got Vitor Pereira, the Wolves manager, like had an absolute meh. I still see the thinking. The Forest owner's out of his mind, to be honest with you. With some of these decisions that he's making for managers. Oliver scrapping the midfield now. That really sums up the game. And it's met by Edmondson for Macclesfield. Now it's Coyote. Back to Valdemarson. Valdemarson with it just outside his 18-yard box. Gives it to Collins. Inside their own final third, Brentford. Collins just walking the ball up the pitch. Waiting for options. He plays it to Donovan. Donovan has space, but great defender by the number 15 of Macclesfield, which is Lacey. And it's played long towards Edmondson. And he still has it. They're on the counter-attack, Macclesfield. They're inside Brentford's half. Now advancing into the final third. And that's a throw-in for Macclesfield. Fantastic defender by Shea Lacey there, mind. Sorry, what wasn't Shea Lacey? I'm getting mixed up with Man United. But just the Lacey of Macclesfield. He shut it out. And then sent a Brentford player to the shops. With a bit of dribbling. Now it's Donovan on this right side. Just inside the Macclesfield half. He's looked lively this game, Donovan. Looks, as some people will call it, techie. As Collins has it. Over to Hickey on this left side. Gives it to Nelson. Nelson plays it 1-2 with Janailed. Nelson back to Janailed. And now it's Hickey on this left side. Gives it to Collins. Collins back to Hickey, just inside the Macclesfield half, but it's sprayed over to Donovan inside Macclesfield 18-yard box. Not the best of touches, but he makes the most of it. Coyote's here in support, but he doesn't need Coyote as he keeps on dribbling. He's central now. Plays it to Janailed. Now it's Hickey on this left side. But you see, Macclesfield, they just forced them out. And now they're in their own half, Brentford. Now advancing up the pitch. Hickey with it to Yarmulke. Yarmulke plays it to Hickey on this left side. Swings the ball in towards Furo. And that's wide, the header. Shortly we're going to have kick-off in Coventry. Middlesbrough, we'll keep you updated in that game while this one's on. At half-time I will give you access to the little pitch of that game, because that game will be ongoing. Oh no. It's on a different clock and let's just reset the other one. Fantastic. Well, the clock's busted. We're 30 minutes in. Oh, it's a shame the clock's busted. But it's with Collins. Collins to Donovan on this right side. Tries to cut inside. Only met by Lacey. Lacey tries to play it to Mella, but it's intercepted. And Coventry Middlesbrough has started. Don't even know what I should do because his clock's just completely busted for the game. I'll be able to sort something out. But it is with Collins. High press by Macclesfield. But they've managed to break out of it. It's with Yanniel now. Yanniel sprays it wide to Nelson. Nelson taking on his man. Gets past him, but it is met by Lacey. Lacey has been phenomenal this game. Yanniel with a shot and it's only blocked. As now is Donovan on this right side. Fantastic touch. Plays it to Yanniel. Yanniel puts a ball in towards Furo. Headed just too high for him. And it's a free kick for Macclesfield. It's Donovan on this right side. Plays it to Coyote. Tries to put a ball in, but it's a corner. We're waiting for this corner to be took. We're still waiting for this corner, but now it's finally swung in. And it's straight out for a goal kick. Taken, but it's intercepted as it was sprayed long. Now it's Hickey on this left side. Plays it to Nelson. Nelson puts a ball in. And now it's Yanniel on this right side. Throw in for Brentford. Now it's Collins. to Nelson on this left side. Puts the ball in. And it's a strike, and it's a great save by Neil. Dean Lee with the save. Nelson. Just inside the final third on this left side. It's a throw-in for Brentford. Waiting for this corner to be took now. Sorry for that silence there. We're just trying to find something out with that clock. But I think we're just going to have to leave it for the rest of this half. It is the 40th minute now, so we're only going to have to worry about this for another 5 minutes. So we'll just start from scratch in the second half. Notice that pitch has been stopped for quite a while. But now here is Donovan on this right side. Plays Yanil. Yanil tries to put a ball in, and that's a corner for Brentford. If you look at the match stats this game, Brentford have had 0.54 XG, Macclesfield 0.11. Brentford have had 80% possession, and of course Macclesfield 20%. 6 total shots for Brentford, 2 for Macclesfield, 1 shot on target for Brentford, none for Macclesfield. Brentford have had 2 corners now, and Macclesfield have only had 1. There's only been one yellow card in this match, and it's been Yanil for Brentford. And the corner swung in, and it's straight to the keeper as he collects. Macclesfield manager watches on. He's pulled the madness so far in the FA Cup. You have to give it to him. Beat the reigning champions, Crystal Palace, and now they're facing Brentford. And if they win this game, then they're going up against West Ham. The draw hasn't been the nicest to them, but it is Buckley on this right side. He's won his team a throw-in. I think we have found a way for the rest of this half to get a timer on. Okay, we're back and we've got away. About a corner for Macclesfield. Straight off a Brentford defender, and it's another corner. Yeah, it was a shot to goal, but blocked. It's another corner now, and another chance for Macclesfield. It is the 44th minute now, so it is going to be one of the final chances of this game. Of this half, sorry. Not the game. We hope not the game, because that'll be a pretty miserable game. But the corner comes to nothing. But Macclesfield still have it. They swing a ball in. Only met by Collins. And it's swung away. Macclesfield have possession. Now it's the number 6. It's defended well. Now it's Furrow on the charge. Yanil. Now it's Yarmulke. Just at the halfway line now. Sprays it out wide to Coyote. Coyote to Yarmulke. Back to Coyote. Now is Yanil to Collins. Just on the halfway line now. Now it's Nelson on this left side. He has possession. He's put a ball in. And it's over into the stands. There will be 1 minute at a time. We are now at the 45th. D&E with the goal kick. 30 seconds remaining of this half. Sprays it long. There's no defenders back from Macclesfield, but that is power from Buckley. And now here come Brentford. Donovan Great defending by Lacey once again. Sprays it long. There's 10 seconds left in this half. Yarmouth gives it to Collins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've played the 46 minutes. And that is half time. The referee's blown his whistle. Macclesfield 0, Brentford 0. We have goal news from the Championship. Coventry have made the score 1-0 against Middlesbrough. Hadji Wright with the goal to give Coventry the lead in this title defying game. It's first versus second this game. People don't understand how huge this game is. And now Coventry are top of the league with 62 points. Middlesbrough are second with 61 points. The Championship is starting to break away a bit. First 62 points, second 61 points, and third 56 points. So the Championship automatic promotion spots are already almost defined. And here we go. We are back for the second half in Macclesfield versus Brentford Football Club. I mean, what a game we have on our hands here, really. Yes, the non-league side hanging on against Premier League side. You have to love this kind of fixture. Classic cup tie, as some call it. As you have had 24 votes tonight on the poll for who's advancing. 75% of people said Macclesfield, only 25% said draw. Remember, someone has to go through, because it is the FA Cup and it's the round of 16 to advance to the last 8. The other cup draws have been Newcastle versus City, either Port Vale or Bristol City versus Sunderland, Leeds versus Norwich, Mansfield versus Arsenal, Wolves versus Liverpool, Wrexham versus Chelsea, West Ham versus the winner of this game, Brentford or Macclesfield, and Fulham versus Southampton. And it's a long throw from Macclesfield, straight to the head of the Brentford player, collected by Valdemarson, the keeper for Macclesfield. Valdemarson plays a 1-2 with Hickey. And now it's Collins on this right side, inside his own half. Plays it to Donovan. Having some difficulties with the stream here, but we are back. It's a free kick for Macclesfield. Borthwick Jackson goes down. He's back on his feet now. Borthwick Jackson for Macclesfield. The keeper, Dainley, standing over it as he kicks it long. And it's straight out for throwing. The distribution from Dainley has been not good enough this game. You have to say it. Valdemarson hasn't been much better either. The assistant manager of Macclesfield encouraging his players to go out and try and get the win in this game. But as it looks, it just looks like Macclesfield looking to just hang on and say this to penalties is what I think is going to happen. But they're going for it now. As now is Mello immediately cut out by Collins, and that's a Brentford throw-in. Valdemarson straight out for a throw-in. Oh no, it isn't. He's managed to keep it in. Macclesfield have possession, but that's into the car park. We are awaiting this Brentford throw-in. And we do have it now with Hickey with a header to Collins. Intercepted by Macclesfield. Poor ball that. Absolutely awful ball from Osborne. Straight to Brentford. That was a chance. Now here come Brentford. Donovan gets past his man. Back to Donovan on this right side. Now Sineal. He puts a ball in. And it's Coyote with the shot. But he got tackled like while he was shooting. So nothing really happened there. Into the stands from Donovan. There were shouts for a penalty there. I didn't see much in it. Now it's Coyote, launches it long towards Furo. But now it's Coyote, just on the halfway line, plays it backwards to Valdemarson. Now here is Collins on this right side, advancing through the layers of this Macclesfield lineup. Plays it to Coyote. Coyote tries to put it in towards Donovan. Fantastic save by the Macclesfield goalkeeper. And Brentford are going to have to settle for a corner kick. We're just waiting for this corner to be taken. Chaos inside that 6-yard box. There's literally about 15 men in that 16-yard box. There's 4 Brentford players all around the keeper. Absolute bedlam in there, but it's played short. And the swing of ball in Yanil, only met by the Macclesfield player, but it's 11 with the shot. Hit away. Corner for Brentford. It was seen out by Collins. But now the player that stands over this is Jensen, the number 8. As the Brentford fans watch along, they are behind the net here. It's craziness inside that 6-yard box. All crowding around the keep. They're all wrestling each other. It's crazy, but it's swung in. And it's nearly a goal. It hit off about 9 different heads, but there are 2 players down inside the box. One of them's Lacey. Yeah, he's got pushed over there. And there was a Brentford player down, but he's just got straight back up. We approach the 40th minute inside Coventry Borough as Coventry advance to the top of the Championship. Whoever wins that game goes top of the Championship. What a huge game that is. It's by Collins. Straight in the Macclesfield. It's a bit scrappy in the midfield now. But it finally gets a bit of rhythm. And it's a Brentford throw-in. The XG for Brentford is 0.96. And for Macclesfield is 0.16. Brentford 76% possession. Macclesfield 24. 9 shots for Brentford. 4 for Macclesfield. But them 9 shots of Brentford, only 1 on target. And none for Macclesfield. Both teams need to be making the most of their chances. Because you don't get multiple chances. You've got to take the ones you have. As it's thrown in to Collins on this left side. It's a bit scrappy here. But it ends up with Hickey. Now it's Valdemarson. I found out at half time that is how you say his name. Valdemarson. as Donovan tries a back heel towards Coyote, but it didn't work. Now it's the number 6. Plays it to the number 9, Mello of Macclesfield, but it's hit too hard and it's a Brentford goal kick. Macclesfield manager looks agitated there. I think he feels that his team should be doing a bit better, but they are a non-league side, remember. They're in the 6th division. So, I wouldn't be complaining if I was them, but from what I've seen so far, Macclesfield have had a few chances and they should have took them. But now here comes Donovan on this right side. Just outside the 18-yard box, gives it to Jensen. Jensen plays it to Coyote. Coyote plays it backwards to Collins. Collins plays Donovan. Donovan puts the ball in. Doesn't meet anyone, but it has reached Hickey on this right side. Now it's Nelson to Yanil. Inside the 18-yard box now. Puts a ball in. And it's a save by the Macclesfield goalkeeper. Deanly. Good, these chances you've got to be taken. It's a great ball by Jensen. Donovan wasn't tall enough, but I don't think Pinnock has any excuse to be scuffing that header like that. But it is a Brentford throw-in inside their own half. It's played to Hickey on the left side. Sprayed long to Donovan. And that had too much on it from Edmonton. Out for Brentford throw-in. Well, plenty of throw-ins this game. Yeah, Brentford have had 17 throw-ins. Macclesfield had 12. Let's play it to Nelson. Now it's Hickey. He's got some space here. He's outside the 18-yard box. Swings the ball in, and it's only met by Lacey, who kicks it out for a corner. We're awaiting this corner to be took. Jensen is standing over it. Again, carnage inside the 6-yard box. There's no one in the 18-yard box. They're all in the 6-yard box. Bizarre corner tactics by Brentford, but it's swung in by Jensen. And it's only ended up outside the box. Now it's Jensen on this left side, swings it in. And now it's the number 35. Plays it out. And it's in possession by Brentford. Now it's Donovan. Donovan to Jensen. Fantastic. Body on the line by the number 6 at Macclesfield, Dawson. Body on the line to send that out for a corner. And the amount of corners Brentford have had, and the amount of chances Brentford have had, they should have took at least one of them. And they've got an XG of 1.18. Still haven't scored against a non-league side, but it's swung in by Jensen. Keeper saves. And it's a free kick for Macclesfield. And Lewis Potter is coming on for Brentford. We don't know how far yet. So off is Nelson, and on comes Lewis Potter. I'll change that on your side for you. The Brentford fans look frustrated in the away end, and so does Keith Andrews. But you've got to say fair play at Macclesfield. They've been so defensively solid this game. And it's launched forward by the goalkeeper. Towards Furo now, inside the 18-yard box. He's won it though. Now it's Jensen, puts it in towards Donovan. Donovan keeps it in, puts the ball in. And the number 12, Lacey, gets it away. And that's a... I'm not sure what it is there. I think it's a goal kick. No, it's a corner for Brentford. Again, plenty of players in that 6-yard box. Ball's been swung in. Awful corner. But the goal for seconds. As the ball gets swung in, but it's intercepted and that's out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken by Coyote. Lewis Potter puts the ball in. Bit too deep though, but it is a corner. Keeper couldn't get two hands on it. It's with Collins. Inside their own half now, Brentford. Sprayed out wide to Coyote. Now it's Donovan. Donovan clips it into the box, only met by Lazy. It's all of a scrappy now, but it ends up with Hickey. Now it's Collins on this right side. Gives it to Pinnock. And now it's Valdemarson. Pinnock again, but this time he's on the left side. You've got an option of Hickey to his left and Collins to his right. But he picks Valdemarson behind him. Plays it to Collins. Collins plays it long to Donovan. Power touch, and it's cleared into the Macclesfield stands. That's happened quite a few times this game. including the ball going into the car park quite a few times. I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone in the car park now just collecting all them balls. But Brentford do have a throw-in. But the throw-in will be paused because there is an injury for a Macclesfield player. Okay, we have some substitutions now. By some, I mean one. Off is coming number 19, Gale. So off comes Buckley and on comes Gale. So if Collins over to Pinnock, and now it's Hickey on this left side. Hickey plays it to Lewis Potter. Lewis Potter plays it inside and backwards to Pinnock. Pinnock to Collins. Collins out wide to Donovan. Donovan trying to get past his man, but he stands firm and he launches it forward towards Mello, but there's too much on it and it's met by Collins. Now it's Valdemarson. Plays it to Hickey. Hickey just walking with the ball now on the halfway line. Macclesfield are getting a substitution ready. As now it's Lewis Potter. Plays Hickey. Hickey puts the ball in. The defender hits it and it's an own goal. Awful own goal by Sam Heathcote. It's 1-0 Brentford at the Leeson.com stadium. It was just Lewis Potter putting the ball in. He's headed it in his own net. Oh, it's a painful watch, that. It's a good ball, but it's a diving header into his own net. Oh, it's almost like Nick Voltemada against Sunderland, but like sideways and a bit closer to the net. It's giving that sort of vibe. If you know, you know. Right, something. We're having a little. Right. Technical difficulty here. I'll make that a 0. There we go. 1-0 Brentford. Awful own goal by Sam Heathcote. Diving head into his own net. But we do have a substitution for Brentford. Off is coming Furo, and on is coming Watara. It's in possession with Macclesfield. Here in the 72nd minute, or 27 minutes into the second half. It's Pinnock. Pinnock to Collins, back to Pinnock. And now it's Collins on this right side. Inside their own half, Brentford. High press by Macclesfield. It's a Brentford throw-in just inside the Macclesfield half. Pinnock kicks it long towards Donovan. Coyote with the throw-in. Throws it to Donovan on this right side. It's a good performance by him so far. Pinnock's done well. Keeps on going. Gives it to Donovan. Donovan sailed over the crossbar. But the offside flag is raised anyway. So far, if it stays like this, it will be Brentford versus West Ham at the London Stadium. As it's played to Gale on this left side. Gale puts a ball in. Towards number 28, there's penalty shouts. And the keeper, the referee says that it's a yellow card for diving and a free kick for Brentford. We'll have a look at the replay though. Oh, that's a definite dive. Referee's got that right. God, that's awful. That's absolutely awful. He's just touched his arm and he's went down like he's been shot. Now here, On this right side now. Here comes Duffy. Throw in for Macclesfield. It's taken quickly though. Headed away. But now it's the number 28. Gets past one, gets past two. Doesn't get past the third though. And now it's Yanil to Hickey. Hickey sprays it long out to the keeper. And now it's a throw in for Brentford. We also have a substitution. Off's coming on Fenson. And Matheson's coming on. I'm just going to find out his number. Here's the number 2. Oh, the number 6 is outraged at Lewis Potter, pushing him over. Awful dive. I think the ref gave a free kick for it. I think that's why tempers were flared there. Now here's Heathcote. Pushed over by Lewis Potter. Referee gives a free kick. Just realised I got the number wrong. He isn't number 24, rather he's number 23. As we're waiting for the free kick to be taken by Macclesfield. Fantastic position for a cross. As the players queue up. Valdemarson on his toes. It's being swung in now by the number 24 of Macclesfield. Swung in too deep and straight into the stands. Absolutely awful free kick by Osborne. Manager doesn't look the best pleased. Here in the 78th minute. As it's sprayed long by Valdemarson towards Donovan, but it's intercepted. And Macclesfield are playing with true passion right now. They're just running off adrenaline. But it's a throw in for Brentford, just inside the Macclesfield final third. But they throw it backwards. Now it's Donovan. Pressure being applied by the number 15 of Macclesfield. But he takes a shot and it's into the stands. How many times have I said either into the stands or into the car park today? So I can tell you now, I've said it too many times. He had so many other options there, Donovan. There were so many passing options. Body shot and that's into the stands. But it remains Macclesfield 0, Brentford 1 in the 80th minute now. Now it's Collins. It's kicked away by Pinnock. But a ball's sprayed out to number 11. Number 11 puts the ball in. Intercepted. And it's number 7 with the shot. Intercepted twice. That was nearly a goal. It had the keeper caught out. He was diving all over the place. Like a cat in water. but 12 puts the ball in. Too deep, but it's met by the header. And another header by Collins. Donovan does well to defend that. But it's a Macclesfield once again. As here they go now. They're trying to get a result from this game as the number 11 swings it in. And it's swung in again. And it's across and it's straight to Valdemarson. Off Osborne. It's a decent header, I'll give it to him, but it had more height and zip on it. Oh, he skinned him. Both walk. Jensen. But now it's Hickey. Plays it backwards to Collins. Now it's Valdemarson. Now it's Jensen. Sprays it forward and it's a throw-in from Macclesfield. They keep applying pressure. It's launched forward. But it's met by Jensen. Jensen plays it with Tara. Watara puts a ball in. Only met by the keeper. Macclesfield go driving forward. They're playing with everything they've got right now. Trying to get an equaliser against a Premier League side. But this Premier League side in particular is so good. They currently stand 7th in the Premier League, behind Liverpool. And it's headed, but Collins has possession. Advantage is played by the referee. Coyote to Donovan. Donovan plays it backwards to Collins. I think Brentford just want to see this game out. But I don't think Macclesfield are going to let that happen. They're charging forward with every bit of stamina left in their body. It's sprayed forward. It's out for a Brentford throw and he did everything he could to keep the ball in play. But the referee gives Dawson his yellow card from when he played advantage earlier. Paul Dawson, the number 6, with the yellow card. Here in the 84th minute now. Macclesfield are running out of time. As Coyote hits it long towards Donovan, but it's met by the Macclesfield defence. But now here come Brentford. Can they end Macclesfield dreams? It's with Watara. Plays over to Lewis Potter. It's a fantastic interception by Heathcote. And out of the Brentford backline. Throw in for Macclesfield. Inside their own half. And we have a substitution for Macclesfield. On's coming on Justin Johnson and off's coming on. Off is coming off Elliot Osborne. As Macclesfield are searching. They are destined for this equaliser. They're pressing like mad on Macclesfield, but Brentford are just as cool as a cucumber when it comes to these sort of situations. They're just passing it around confidently. And it's a free kick for Macclesfield. 86th minute now. They need to start making these chances count, or else they will be out of the FA Cup with an own goal as well. What a bad way to go that'll be. As now here is Donovan. Plays it to Ian Neil. Plays it to Jensen. Now it's back to Collins on the halfway line. And we have goal news at the CBS. It's 2-0 Coventry. As they surge to the top of the table. It's Haji Wright as well. That's a brace for him. '55th minute, he scored in the 21st and scored in the 55th. 2-0 is Coventry Middlesbrough at the CBS. He has an 8 match rating. As Coventry are now top of the Championship by a point. Whoever won that game went top, and Coventry made the most of it. As if it stays like this, they are going top of the Championship. But here we are in the 87th minute. Corner for Brentford, swung in. Only met by the keeper. It's carnage in the box. Keeper didn't actually collect it. And it's hit out by the defenders. But the Brentford 1 seconds and it's over the bar from that header. Keeper should have collected that. Didn't though. The player of the match is Borthwick Jackson, the number 35 for Macclesfield. It just proves how dominant Macclesfield have been in this game though. Because they've got player of the match. And they're losing. But here comes Donovan. Donovan is just trying to time waste here. And it's a foul for Brentford. Here in the 89th minute now. Brentford could advance in the cup here. Free kick for Brentford here. 89th minute now. This could be one of the last chances of the game, depending on how much added time there is. I think there'll be maybe 2 minutes, I'm guessing. But the ball is now swung in. It's missed by Ouattara. And it's a strike by Lewis Potter. That's curved almost into the pub there. Goal kick for Macclesfield. Can they have one last surge forward? 15 seconds away from the 90th minute, where we will get confirmation of how much added time there will be. Some Macclesfield fans are in tears. We are now in the 90th minute. And there'll be 5 minutes added time. The Leasing.com stadium erupts because they have 5 more minutes to try and find a goal to keep them in the FA Cup. It's a long throw. And it's a good long throw of that. But straight into the stands. Horrible header. We've had 29 votes in the poll tonight. 30 votes now. Now it's back to 29. Now it's 30. 70% said Macclesfield. 30% said Brentford. But we are on the 91st minute now. And it is looking like it will be Brentford. Macclesfield throwing again. They're waiting for players to come short. He's drying the ball with his shirt, ready for a long throw. Ball was played in. But the referees gave... I think it was a foul throw. I think that's what the referees gave. So I think it's a throw-in for Brentford. Yep, that's what he's give. That throw-in looked pretty normal to me, but the officials must have seen different. Throw-in for Brentford. Of course they're going to take as long as they can on this. Kicked it forward. Yeah, nailed now. A Macclesfield player just... Dawson's been kicked in the face when O'Neill's went for that ball. So the referee has to stop play. He isn't down, but he is holding his head on the left side. Oh, it's collided with his knee, his head. He's alright though, ready to continue. Two minutes left now for Macclesfield to try and find a goal. The non-league side have already beat the Premier League side. But can they find an equaliser against Brentford? And now here's Ouattara on this left side. Loses it. But Hickey's there to cover up his mistakes. Now it's Valdemarson. Sprays it out. And now it's back to Hickey. Macclesfield are pressing like never before. Now it's Edmondson, swings it in. And it's just flown past everyone for a goal kick. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. Brentford are making a substitution. Off is Donovan. Of course, he's going to walk off, take as much time as he can. So Donovan is off for Bent. As with Macclesfield, they're surging forward now. They only have 30 seconds to try and find this equaliser. 20 seconds now. Can they get it? Is the question. Keeper's on it. Everyone's up. This ball has to be perfect. This is the last chance of the game. The Leasing.com stadium holds its breath and just launch forward. And it's just kicked away. But they still have it, Macclesfield. One more ball in. And it's away by Hickey. And now they're on the counter-attack, Brentford. Can they see this game through? It's a 2v1. Lewis Potter gives it over. Oh, what's he done? And it's a shot and it's wide. And that's the end of the game. Yarmolik putting that wide. I don't know how he put that wide. It was on a plate. But he looked offside. Assistant referee didn't say anything. But now the final whistle has sounded. Macclesfield are out of the FA Cup because of an own goal by Sam Heathcote. It ended Macclesfield 0, Brentford 1 at the leasing.com stadium. And in the Championship, it's Coventry 2, Middlesbrough 0 in the 61st minute. Thank you all for tuning in this live watch along, and I'll see you in the next stream.